Respected Dr. M.S. Valiyathan, Vaidya Rajesh Kotechaji, Dr. Vandana Shiva, Dr. Bhushan Patwardhan, Dr. Gerard Bodekar, Dr. Thomas Ram, Dr. Sial Kumar, Dr. Alain Sigrist, Mr. Hubert Seal, Dr. Madhavan Kuti Warrior, Dr. G.G. Gangadharan, and many others who have joined this program for an online commemorative symposium on the life and legacy of Dr. P.K. Warrier. Namaskaram to all of you. Let me begin my interaction or my tributes by paying my tributes to the Doyen of Ayurveda, Dr. P.K. Warrier, who played a key role in the renaissance and modernization of Ayurveda. His love for Ayurveda is reflected in his noble deeds. In fact, what I could understand is that he aspired to be an engineer, but then, following the tradition of his family, he decided to be a Ayurveda practitioner, following the footsteps of his great uncle. As a chief physician and the managing trustee of the Kottakkal Ayurvedeshala, P.K. Warrier played a pioneering role in making Ayurveda the most acceptable form of medicine to crores of people. Every Ayurveda lover owe a great debt to him for transforming the Kottakkal Ayurvedeshala into one of the leading Ayurvedic healthcare chains in the country, and thereby creating it as an inspiration, as a model that can be emulated. And hundreds of Ayurveda practitioners now aspire to emulate that model. Over a 7-decade-long career, Dr. Warrier set a benchmark for the Indian traditional healing system and played a pivotal role in the renaissance of Ayurveda. He was committed to the scientific pursuit of Ayurveda and left no stone unturned to provide for the modernization of Ayurveda. In fact, Dr. Warrier approached life with a revolutionary zest. He strived to alleviate pain and to provide a healthy and healing touch. He didn't aim to make money out of healing. That was the tradition of India. For food and medicine, one shouldn't accept any remuneration. That is the tradition of the Indian ethos. That is the Indian tradition. So he practiced that in his whole life. And even now, I can very proudly say that Kottakkal Ayurvedeshala is following that. Even now, there are people who have no means to take care of the means to meet the requirements of the medicines and others. They get free treatment. Of course, the Ayurvedeshala may have to charge some people who can afford, but they provide free treatment even now to hundreds and thousands of people. And staying true to the principles of Ayurveda, he touched many lives, he transformed many lives, and gave a fresh start and new purpose with his brilliance to the field of Ayurveda. I don't think that I'll be able to describe his life in brief, because the paths he had trodden it is surprising to many of us, because I was reading the other day his connection with Vallathol, the friendship that he had with Vallathol Narayan Menon. The way he encouraged the Kathakali, the traditional art, the classical art of Kerala. And at the same time, he was part of the, I can say that he contributed, he was attracted by the freedom struggle of India. And he left his studies in a way. Later became an ordinary factory manager in Ayurveda Shala, before taking it over its reins and developing the institution as a renowned center of Ayurveda and carving a niche for himself as a globally renowned Ayurveda physician. Last year, I had the opportunity to personally wish him on his birthday. And when he directly came on the line, from the voice, I couldn't make out that I am speaking to a person who is 99. Because that was the strength of his voice. His voice was so clear at that age. I thought that he may be speaking in a slightly feeble voice. I have not met him personally for, I think, some 3-4 years. So during these 3-4 years, when I planned to wish him greet him on the and take his blessings on his birthday, when the phone was connected to him, I was really pleasantly surprised, because the life that he has lived for his 100 years, not just preaching something that one doesn't practice. He practiced what he preached. That was the speciality of Dr. P. K. Varia. So, he has also penned in his autobiography, his philosophy behind the growth of the institution. He said that we should begin small and then flourish. We should not start big and then shrink. That is the organic way of growth. And personally speaking, his courteous behavior, I can say that I'm around 4 decades younger to him. But the way he used to treat when we used to go and meet him, it touches the heart of any person. And the effectiveness, he didn't do it only with such ministers or such people who are known in the society. He had the same treatment with every patient he used to come to. So his behavior and the effectiveness of his treatment, that made patients willing to wait any number of days for an appointment with him. They had a reason also. Dr. Varia had cured several diseases which other doctors had written off as incurable. He dreamt of a world where Ayurveda is internationally accepted and expanding the Vaidyashala further. I can now say that he breathed last with a satisfaction and fulfillment that Ayurveda is now recognized across the globe. And I pleasantly recall I had the occasion to be to be associated with the 4th Global Ayurveda Festival, which was organized by CISA under the leadership of Dr. G.G. Gangadharan and Dr. Suresh Kumar, and Madhavankuti Warrior was one of the patrons. And there were hundreds and thousands of Ayurveda lovers and practitioners who had joined online for days together. It was I think 4 days, 6 day event, various sessions, even in the time of COVID. That speaks volumes of the effort that Dr. P. K. Varia undertook, and the success that his efforts have achieved. In fact, the government of India has recognized the efforts of Dr. Warrier by establishing an Ayush ministry to promote conventional medical services and popularize India's knowledge on healthcare. I consider this as a major step in realizing the dreams of many legends like Dr. P.K. Warrier. And I can say that ever since the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji took over the Prime Ministership in 2014, more and more focus is laid on research and innovation. Ayurvedic principles and medicine is being recognized globally. And the efforts by the government for preserving India's rich heritage in medicine and getting its scientific approval with the help of researchers and taking this best gift to the world and making it a better and higher and happier place. That would be the best way to pay tribute to the legacy of Dr. Warrier. I am sure that the government of under Shri Narendra Modi ji is doing exactly that. And I recall the speech made by the Prime Minister in the Global Ayurveda Festival. He mentioned about the working to strengthen the educational system. He also said that the facilitating of the enforcement of quality control of Ayurveda and Siddha and ensuring sustainable availability of raw materials is the responsibility of the government. And he mentioned that the Prime Minister mentioned that the policy regarding Ayurveda and other Indian system of medicine is already aligned with the traditional medicine strategy 2014-2023 of the World Health Organization. And I'm sure that all of us are aware that WHO has also announced the setting up of the Global Center for Traditional Medicine in India. So I'm sure that many of you would be aware that a few days ago or a few months ago, the United Nations declared 2023 to be the International Year of Millets. So I think that it's the duty of each one of us to spread the awareness of the benefits of millets. Because Ayurveda, if I quote Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi ji said that I think highly of Ayurveda. It is one of the ancient sciences of India, which ensures the health of the millions of in her thousands of villages. I advise every citizen to live life in accordance with the principles of Ayurveda. The pharmacy, the dispensary, and the Vaidyaraj all have my blessings, and they may be enabled to render the best possible service to Ayurveda, unquote. So Ayurveda is not just a method of treatment. It is a part of our food intake. That is why Ayurveda and Ahar, they are related to each other. Our traditional medicines, the benefits of our traditional products, whether it is the medicinal value, the products that have medicinal value like turmeric or in many other such products. Very recently, I had the opportunity to visit South America. And in Guatemala, there were people who were telling me that we import turmeric from India. So the world is recognizing the medicinal value of Indian herbs, Indian medicines, India's traditional way of treatment, and India's food habits. And now the COVID has made us realize that better. Because in COVID we are now adopting to more safer, more healthier methods of food. So I think Ayurveda is exactly that. And Dr. P.K. Warrier, during his life, which spanned for a whole century, he was trying to spread this message that Ayurveda is not just a treatment, it's a way of life. And I'm sure that the real tribute will be to him will be to follow his teachings, follow the ideals in which he lived, and instead of preaching those ideals, let us all try to live those ideals. Let us all try to practice those ideals in our everyday life. With these words, let me pay my tributes to Dr. P.K. Warrier again, and namaskaram to all of you.